Basket Case Mama Fab Finds, and I am here with another haul video. And for those of you that haven't watched my channel before, I am a part-time reseller. I actually have another business that I do as well, so this is just kind of supplementing my quote-unquote retirement income. Quote-unquote retirement. I haven't been retired since I retired, honestly. I've been working for my other business or for this business, so I've been busy the whole time. And when I wasn't doing this, I was busy with my daughter, who was like in high school when I retired, and now she's graduated from college. So anyway, so I do this part-time. I pick up stuff at thrift shops, you know, yard sales, wherever I find stuff that I can get for a reasonable price that still has some value and some meat on the bone, so that I can flip it for a profit on eBay, Mercari, Etsy, and all those places. So that's what I do. And you know, I can save some things from, give them a second life, save them from a landfill. It's all good, you know, and you know, supplement my income at the same time. But I've been selling on eBay as a business for about 3 years. But prior to that, I would, you know, since it started, I've been selling things on eBay because, you know, I had things I could get rid of on eBay. So I've been doing it for a long time. But this is very different. So if you're looking to do the reselling business, there's lots of ins and outs, and you should spend a little time doing some research on things, because what you don't know, and then you get started and then you realize, oh, I didn't know a lot of things about a year in. So I definitely recommend spending a little time doing a little more research. But so this guy here is the first thing I found, and I found him at my little thrift store, so he was 50 cents. But he is a Melissa and Doug Rory the Lion, and he's a puppet. He's a hand puppet. There's the Melissa and Doug tag if you haven't seen it. Now, I've had Rory before. Actually, I sold Rory already once this year, and I sold him exactly like this, because Rory is supposed to have sticks on his hands, because he's the kind of puppet that you can, you know, move his head and his mouth, and then you have sticks to move his hands. So he's supposed to have sticks for his hands, but he didn't the last time I had him either. His sticks were missing. And even without his sticks, he will still sell for like $12 to $15. So at 50 cents, he is a good pick. And he's cute. So cute. The last one didn't have, lots of the ones don't have sticks apparently. So this is a mouse, as you can see, and it's still got his tags. He's a beanie bopper, but he's by 24K. And if you've ever seen 24K, they also do the Polar Puff plush, which also are pretty good. He's not worth tons of money, probably 10 to 12, but mice and rats and things do weirdly well for me. So I thought for 50 cents, I would pick him up, and hopefully that'll be true of him as well. By the way, I'm sometimes guessing with the prices as I go through them. I did do research on these particular items prior to listing them, but that was about an hour ago. So and when you get in your 60s, you'll notice that things that you did an hour ago are not still fresh in your brain as they once were when you were in your 20s. It's a weird phenomenon. So I kind of remember some of them, but not all of them, because there was probably 50 or 50 things that I probably did. So I just don't remember them all clearly. But I will pop that up here when I edit the video before I post it. So, you know, what they last sold for on eBay. And I do list mostly on eBay. I do some other platforms, but eBay is my primary place. And if you're ever looking for anything that's in a video, you can check and see if it's listed in my store, because I do get them. Usually they're up before you see the video. Usually, not always. Sometimes there's a problem and I have to look them up, or something's damaged. As we'll see, there's something damaged in here, because sometimes things are. Sometimes it's my fault. But if you see my little Goodwill is a bad apple thing, sometimes it's their fault. So this was my fault, though. I just didn't look at it really carefully. I got excited and didn't look at it carefully. And it's funny, when I brought it home and I looked at it, the first thing I thought was, you didn't look at this very carefully, because you should have, you know. And I do know, and I didn't. So shame on me. One of these days I'll learn. One of these days I'll learn. Today's not the day, I guess, but one of these days I'll learn. So anyway, this guy here, oh look, he's got his tag in his leg. Oh, he's got his tag in his leg. It's got something written on it. Marcus. I don't know. It's got Marcus's name on it. The tag. It's not stuck to him though. I don't know if that's his name. or if that was who owned him at some other store, maybe. I don't know. That's about right for the price, though, Marcus. So thanks for that. But anyway, he's a bear. He is a pig. He's a Boyd's bear, but he is a pig. Now, with Boyd's bears, the bears don't do very well, but sometimes the ones that aren't bears do fine. He's got some weight to him, too. But he's a pig. I happen to like the pigs, but he also has on little green overalls that are bear wear overalls. So that probably doesn't hurt him any, I'll tell you. So he's from between 85 and 94 generally. Go with the last number on that because, you know, it's copyrighted in 85, and then every year they're updating their copyrights, and, you know, that's then at 94 is the last year that they did it, so it's probably 94 or thereabouts. But yeah, he's Boyd's bear, and he's in pretty good condition. He's got like a loose string there, but oh, it's his toe string. I just need to pull that through. But anyway, probably $20 to $25, and he was 50 cents at my little thrift store. All these were the 50-cent plush store. This is a Super Mario recent one. Nintendo, I'm trying to see. Sometimes it's a good stuff. So this is Luigi, and he's in a raccoon costume. Maybe $10 to $12. Sometimes they go for a lot more, the Marios and Luigis, depending on where they're from, where they were made, what year they came out, that kind of stuff. So I always grab them and then worry about it later, because at 50 cents, even $10 to $12 is really good, so I don't fuss about that. So this little kitty cat with his plastic ton that moves up and down, but he's not electronic so far as I can figure. There's no button. I've been squeezing them, trying to figure out, like, what is that about? Like, I don't know. There's nothing there, as far as I can tell. Wait a minute. Maybe there's something there. Maybe it's in his head. Nope, not in his head. In his ears. Nope, not in his ears. Okay, so there's nothing there. It's not in his paws. I've done that route already. But he's Cabbage Patch. He's an Adoptimal, which is on his paw someplace there. Cabbage Patch Adoptimals. And it has a CPK on it. And I've had a couple of these before. They tend to do well in like the $15 to $18 ballpark. But it's the first time I saw a cat, and that plastic ton that wiggles up and down is just cute. I don't know why it wiggles up and down, but it's still cute. So again, this is a Boyd's. It's a pig. It's 1997. He's articulated. His legs and his arms move. His head moves. He's pretty cute. I don't know his name. He has a ribbon around his neck, and that's all the information I have about him, so I'll have to do a little research. But look at the face. Pretty cute. So I have a black pig and a pink pig, and probably in the $22 range, I would say, for him. So this guy needs to be washed. He's got like mustard or something on his face, but he's Wild Republic. He's a wolf. They pick up wolves, but this one is a wrist huggers, they're called. So basically, they've got like that weird plasticky, elasticy wrist stuff in there, like, you know, the slap bracelets are made out of, and then you put him on your wrist, and he be's your friend, and you take him places with you. And when you're a little kid, oh, he's got mustard on one side and something pink on the other. Lovely. So we'll see if we can get him cleaned up. But if we get him cleaned up, he's about $12 to $15, I think. Last I checked. This guy's a mystery, though. I don't know. He's little, and don't discount that he's not worth anything. Because he's little, because that's often not the case. Little sometimes worth more. But he's a dandy. Little kind of felt lamb. He's pink. He's cute. I have no idea. I didn't find anything for him yet. So he was 50 cents. What's worse he could be? $5. Okay, fine. Still 10 times what I paid for him. Could be worth more, but I will pop it up here. So, and then I picked up this. So now I don't usually pick up clothes a lot. Like I don't pick up a lot of clothes, but every now and then I pick up clothes. And one of the things I tend to pick up are pearl snap Western shirts. So pearl snaps are the snaps, exactly what they are. It's a snap instead of a button. Like, see, it's a snap instead of a button, and it looks like it's pearl. And you know, there's black pearl ones too. I have a couple of those in stock. And they sell, not for tons of money. And this is a Wrangler. It's a Western shirt. Also, it's not going to probably be tons of money. It's a short sleeve, but Anytime they have the double flap pockets on them, that's kind of the Western style. You want to look for that on flannel shirts as well. So, generally, it's not a huge amount. But this one is a 3X, so that makes a difference. Once you go into 2X, 3X territory, once you go to 4X, 5X, it's a whole different kind of situation because that's sort of like extra small and small because there are not as many people that are 4 and 5X, although there are people, but there are not as many people. But the 3X and 2X is like a size that there are a good amount of people, especially men, that are wearing in those sizes. And that size will sell pretty fast compared to, other sizes. But again, probably $18 to $20 for that. And now, the reason I picked those up and this up at this was at the little thrift store is the stuff there is really inexpensive to begin with. But they have a lot of clothes right now and they're trying to get out stuff because they have a new season coming. So they were having, when I was there the other day, a dollar sale. All the clothes were $1. Well, you gotta look when it's $1 because there's got to be something. So I found the Wrangler shirt, which is always good, and then I found these, which is really good. These are Carhartts, and Carhartts, it's relaxed fits. These are like a carpenter pant, so they have like the pocket on the side here. They're not. What are the other ones? There's carpenter pants, and there's the other one. These are not carpenter. I'm sorry. That's the thing. Carpenters have the loop for on the side for the hammer. These are the other ones, and I can't think of the name right now because my brain is on vacation. It's getting time for dinner. My blood sugar's just saying that you need to finish up here and get something to eat soon. And I will, but not right this minute because I'm doing this and I'm going to try to finish this because I'm going to try to finish this, and that's just that. So this is that thing. So this is Tanala pottery, Mexican pottery, and it's got a number on it. It says Galleria, blah, blah. It's a duck. Look how cute that duck is. He's such a cute ducky. But look, he's broken. Yeah, he was glued back together. There he is on the neck. And you know what? It's not like it wasn't pretty obvious. You can kind of see the crack there because there's some paint missing. But I was excited because there's a little chip on his tushy, which I did see, but that was just a flea bite. But I was so excited because he's so cute. So I might keep him and make him my ducky because I can live with his neck being broken. And he was at the Goodwill, the place where they sell you the broken things without any bad feelings about it to begin with. But I'm going to forgive them this because this is really my fault. It's not hidden. And this was $4, and this was bought before the whole bad apple situation because that was the situation that broke our relationship there, Goodwill. Our relationship's been broken now. I no longer trust them. Anyway, this is a very beautiful blue, cobalt blue, Art Deco designed vase. It is by Maryland Glass, and I want to say it's probably in the $50 range. Again, I will pop that up for you because I did look it up, but I don't remember now what it said because that's how it goes sometimes. So this is something that I picked up, and I picked it up based on just enough knowledge of I should. And that is, this is a brand I never heard of before. It's Lapco. It's moisture management, and it's just a like canvas long sleeve khaki colored shirt. It's nothing tremendously interesting. It's very heavyweight, so it's like a nice weight to it. So you can tell it's got some decent quality. But the thing about it is that FR, and if you ever see anything FR, Carhartt jeans, some other denim jeans, it means flame resistant, and it's designed specifically for welders and things like that where the sparks are flying and they get bazillions of holes in their clothing. If you've ever lived with a welder, you know what I'm talking about. So they're always looking for these kinds of things because their clothes don't get ruined that way, and this won't get a hole in it. It's designed to not do that. So the flame resistant stuff tends to sell well and for really good money because it's a decent quality and it's something that's very specific to job types. So it's also people that are working with other things that involve fire, obviously, but So I never heard the brand, but I knew flame resistant, it's probably going to be worth more than whatever I paid for it. Now, this was not at the dollar. It wasn't a dollar. It was at the Goodwill. So it was like $5.99, but it was 15% off that day, I'm sure. So at $5.99 and 15% off, I still figured it's going to probably be at least 20, right? And I do think that it's closer to 30, maybe 35. So that was definitely a good pick. But just keep that in mind. If you see that, anything flame resistant, you should look it up. But most of it is a safe pick if it's not too much money. So this is a bagolini. It's just a little crossbody bag, but it also can be a belt bag. So it's multifunctional. It zips around the side, zips at the top. I'm a bagolini fan. I really always like bagolinis. So, oh, this is weird, but yeah, anyway, it zips around. But I'm a bagolini fan. This does have, I think these might be the locking ones. No, this isn't locking, but some of them have locks on them for like traveling, for security, where there's like a little thing you have to turn sideways to get in it, and they have mesh in them sometimes to like make sure that the criminal folk out there can't get in to your stuff. But this has lots of pockets for cards, has a front pocket for your phone, it's got a coin pocket, it's got a place for your other stuff, and it's all very nicely organized. So it's a little organizer tote. I don't know if you can see in there, but bagolinis sell very well all the time. This one will probably sell for around $20. Some of the bigger ones do better. I also like Travel On is another one. Also, they do the secure travel bags. The secure ones sell for good money. Actually, the one I got when I went to France was from eBay because it was cheaper. And it was still expensive, but it was cheaper. So that's why people buy them. So this one here is something I just heard about. So like I said, I don't know if it was on this video or not, or the other video, but I was watching somebody and they were talking about things with high sell-through rates. And this was one of the items they talked about. And I went into Goodwill and lo and behold, here it was. So this is a Baby Merlin's Magic Sleep Suit. It's a 3 to 6 month. As you can see, it's a little baby sleep suit. And the definition the man gave you, it's like a little sleeper for babies. And it has like that's what the thing looks like. But it makes them look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And I thought, oh, that's funny that you said that. Because I wouldn't think. But I guess they're designed because they have, not that they're weighted, but they have a little weight to them to basically feel like you're being swaddled when you're a little bigger. And you don't, it gives them the swaddled feeling without swaddling. They're free to roam, but it gives them that swaddled feeling. And because they're swaddled and they've got that little bit of weight on them, they sleep better. Apparently, that's the deal I've heard. Now this one's in great condition. It doesn't look like it was used because I've seen the ones used and they're kind of wrinkly because they go in the dryer and around the zipper gets wrinkly. So this looks like it's probably not used. So that's good. It doesn't have tags on it though, so it'll be pre-owned. Looks unused, but it's about $22. So I think it was $6.99, but 15% off, so it was like $5 something. So that's okay too. But if you ever see those, they have like an above 100% sell-through rate. They will sell quickly for $20 some every time. So if you get them at a good price, you'll sell them quickly for a good price, which is the idea of the whole thing, right? Is to sell it and sell it quickly. That's the whole idea. So in here we have things that are breakable. So there's going to be noise, some paper noise coming out here. But this was at the thrift store. And I think I put like 30% off. It's marked $6. The other one's marked $2. The people don't know what they're doing. But I think that's because this one says it's Merry Old England. It's a little bit different. But these guys, they're resin, I think. But look how cute they are. I actually have one of my own that I bought a long time ago because these are from the 1990s. And they're part of the Possible Dreams series. And Possible Dreams by Department 56. But I could swear, I could swear they were Enesco, but no, they must be Department 56, which makes me like them even more. Because Possible Dreams is 1956, but look how cool that is. And it's beautiful, and, he's got all this texture to him. They're lovely. So, and heavy. Like, chuck that at somebody, they're gonna know they got hit. So it's really heavy. But he's probably $15 to $18, maybe a little more, because of that thing. But still pretty cool. I thought he was cool. I have another one that I thought was cool too. This guy here is unbranded. He was $2. As you can see, they write in Sharpie on things. That's always helpful too. But look how cute that face is. Oh my goodness. And he's bright and colorful. He's playing a drum. And there aren't any of these around. Not a whole lot of these around. I did see somebody had a set of polar bears, and he was among them that they were selling. So I don't think he's worth a ton of money. I don't know that, nobody seems to know what brand it is. I couldn't find a brand. I Google searched. I went on different things. I'll do a little more research and see if I can find more. But as an unbranded figurine, that's, I don't know. I don't know. I think he's ceramic. I don't think he's resin. He sounds ceramic. So I'm going to say 15 to 20 maybe. Maybe less. But he's cute. So what the heck. Here's the other crinkle guy. Crinkle Claws. And this one says it's from 1995, I think. 1995. So, and this one, there you go. And he's kind of got good copper in his coat. He's so pretty. I can see the color. Look at that face. And their faces are adorable. I mean, just so cute. Again, Possible Dreams. So, and I'm going to say 15 up. It'll be here. It'll be here in the corner. That's where I post the information you need to know. And the stuff that I post up here is actually what it has sold for within the last 90 days on eBay. If I can't find it in that information, then I'll go to WorthPoint and find out what it sold for in the last 10 years. So you might find, you know, it varies. But this one was $2, and this is a Polarkin. This one is $95 by Unesco, but has that same look to it. And this is called Queen for All Seasons. And she's beautiful. But look at the babies underneath her dress. Oh my gosh. I just thought they were so cute. So it was originally $25 back in 1995. If that gives you any indication. So excuse my scratchy throat. So the deal is, I had an ear infection 4 weeks ago. At first I thought I did something to my jaw. Went to the dentist. He gave me steroids. My jaw felt better. My whole face was swollen up, like it was bad. And then, but I realized that at that point, the pain was in my ear badly, not in my jaw. So I went to the urgent care, and I was on, antibiotic for a week. And I thought, oh, good, we're better. I feel better now. Thank goodness it's all over. And then, oh no, it's not over. I already went through, the barometric pressure started, and my ear started filling back up with fluid. I'd gone back to the urgent care. They want to give me more steroids. I got the steroids, but I don't want to take them. So they told me to get this Otavent, which is like a balloon you blow up with your nose, and it helps repressurize and helps open up the station. It's an station tube, but a station tube in your ear, the tube in your ear that doesn't drain. And then it helps it from getting infected again. So that's what I'm trying to do. And it was doing really well until Erin went through and changed the barometric pressure. And now my ear is bothering me again. So that's what you're hearing, that in my throat, because it's dripping and, causing me to have congestion yet again. So I'll be happy when I don't have this anymore, because this is the longest I've ever had something that just won't shake and go away. But it's not shaking and it's not going away. It's just being annoying. Anyway, this is a nativity set, and it's made in Taiwan, and I paid 50 cents for each little part of it. But there's your baby Jesus. Baby Jesus. And baby Jesus is pretty cute. And there's Mary. She's got, oopsie, Mary don't fall. But they're like children. And there's, look at the eyelashes. Mary has no eyelashes, but Joseph, my man, he's got some eyelashes on him. But they're all made in Taiwan, as you can see. So it was $1.50 for the set of them. And I'm going to say probably $20 if I can find the same set. I thought It might have been like a set from Home Co, but there's no markings on them at all. I did find a similar set online, but I'd like to know who made them. But I might not ever find that out because, you know, they're made in Taiwan, and that's going to be probably the only information I'll get. And sometimes that is the way it is, and you just have to live with that. Don't mind my crunching up the paper here, but I'm trying to get them off my desk a little bit to make room so I can show you more things. Do I have time to show you more things? I do, and I'm going to try to show you this bag. I might run over, but it's okay. So the other things I found, this was also at the little thrift store, was Babies R Us. And it's a little lovey. It's a doll lovey. It's got like the little flat body. $15 to $20. Is my guess. Oh, yes. Did you? Oh, yes. He's got his tags. He's a Brontosaurus, I think. Maybe not. He might be some other saurus. Who knows? But he's by FAO Schwartz. And he is called a Globrite. He still has his tags on him, so he's not old. FAO Schwartz, poor FAO Schwartz, has changed hands a bunch of times. It's now supposedly back in the hands of the original family, which is always nice. They don't run it, but they own it, which is nice. So yeah, it's not telling me what kind of saurus this is, but it's a saurus. But I think it's a Bronto. It looks like a Bronto to me, although, you know, I'm not a dinosaur expert. But even with tags, he's okay. He's so demanding my attention. But he's probably $15, $18 thereabouts. Then we have another tie, because life would be not anything if I didn't have a tie. This is a Bellagio. It was at the expensive thrift store. It was $5. Take 25% off that because I can, and it's probably like $18 because it's not as nice as the ones I'm going to show you next, because those are nicer, and that's how it is sometimes. And these are nicer ones. Yes, they are. You know, and nice matters. Look how nice these are. So this again, Art Deco. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. And this is a Pierre Balmain Paris Couture silk tie. And you can tell because it's got all the bells and whistles, baby. So we've got this on the front, and then on the back, there's like a jacquard of those circles in the fabric. It's woven in the fabric. And then we've got this pretty pattern in the tip as well. So there's a lot of cool things going on with this tie, which told me immediately that it was good. So at $6, I wasn't too sad, and again, 25% off. And these ties do very well, like $25 to $30. There's some listed in the $80 range, which is always lovely, but good luck getting that for them. Not to say you can't, I'm just saying good luck. Okay. Then this one is this is a wood frame, probably maple by the looks of it. I'm gonna say it's maple. It's got that kind of orangey red color to it. It's got this cool mid-century thing going on, but look at the dovetails in it. So I have a triple frame I just listed that was made in Sweden that has similar dovetails. This is sticking out a little bit, but it's older, but it's got, you know, a kickback on it. It's got a hangers as well if you want to hang it, and it's got the little metal things. I think it's like a 4x6 frame, but the frame is 5x7, but the insert is like 4x6 or 3x5. I haven't measured it yet. But it's made in Thailand, and some ones that aren't nearly this nice are sold for $50. So I'm probably going to list it around there because it's solid wood and super nice. I'll put some oil. I have like butcher block oil. That's, you know, it won't hurt it. Mineral oil. It just kind of cleans it up a little bit, and makes it nice and shiny. So I use that on there to clean it up and keep it safe, and then, you know, it's good. So then I have another Peter Balmain tie, also very nice. And again, this one's probably in the same ballpark as the other one. Then I had this little bag of Christmas things, of which, of course, there's always something broken because it just is, but sometimes they're good, and it depends on what I see in them. So I actually picked this up because there was something in it that was weird. which isn't anything, but it's still weird, and I'm going to let my husband have it. But it's this. Doesn't it look like a fossil? Now, apparently these are found at the Jersey Shore, which I'm not close to, but I've been to the Jersey Shore lots of times in my lifetime. And they have like little seashell fossils in there and all. It's called something that begins with a Z. Don't ask me. It's some kind of like, it feels like coral or like lava rock is really what it feels like. It's got that kind of texture, but it's very cool looking. It's very interesting. I wasn't sure if it was a fossil or not. Fossils can be worth lots and lots of money, let me tell you. So I figured I would pick this up because I think the whole bag was maybe, I don't see the price tag on it, but it was like not even $6, I don't think. So in the bag was this, which is a Hallmark ornament. There's a little light bulb that lights up, so it looks like there's a fire in there. It's a beaver. I have that weird light going on. Excuse me while I turn on the real overhead light, so there's normal light in here for a minute. But yeah, there he is, and it says fresh cut trees, and it doesn't say any Hallmark on the bottom of it, but when I ran it, that's what came up. So it plugs into your light on your tree, and then that should light up. So that was like around $5 to $8. And then we had this little cute guy here, the moose on a sled. He's not branded, but again, he's probably in the same $5 to $8 range there. Then there was this little guy, who's literally a guy. Oh, it's a girl. I thought it was a guy. Look, does not look like a boy from the front. Got a ponytail. But look at the little piggy toes. Anyway, she is holding a cross. She is called, she's by Roman, and she's more recent. But it's something to do with like young spirit or something like that. And under $10, probably $10, something like in that area for her. I thought she was a fee. And then we have this, which is the nicest wrap thing in here, but probably not the nicest value, but maybe. I don't know. I haven't really looked it up, but it's $19.90, made in Taiwan by RSVP. And it's a little Santa, and it's one of those 1800s Santa Father Time thing. He's got some smudge on his face, so he needs to get a wash. But again, maybe $8 to $10. I don't think he's worth a whole lot, but worth a pickup to look in the bag and see what else was in there at that rock, because that rock was cool. So that's what I did. Then we have this guy here, and my daughter found this, and we did some research because it was not priced up, which at the expensive thrift store is something to be aware of. So this was $8, 25% off. So it was $6, and it is a Coach, but it's a bit dirty, as you can see. It's inside, it's dirty. The outside's pretty clean, but the inside is dirty, and it smells okay. I thought I smelled a smidge of mildew, but I do not smell mildew. Oh, look, it's got somebody's cards in here. Their rewards for Panera Bread, yeah, Sears, and frozen something. So there's those in there. So who knows what else? Oh, and there were some lottery tickets, which is always good. Maybe I won $1 million. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be the funniest thing ever? Anyway, we looked it up. It does have like a Coach inside. We looked up. It does have the Coach tag here. So we looked up the number, and it definitely is Coach. It's definitely leather. It's definitely pebbled. It's baby blue. And it sells for $125. So if I can get that cleaned up, that was good. That was very, very, very good. And last but not least, and we're only 34 minutes, so I feel that's not too bad, is a Simply Southern new with tags wallet. So I don't usually find Simply Southern because I'm not in the South, but it was $7 because it had a tag on it, of course, and it's just a zip around wallet, but it's a nice it's an brand new condition. Got the little pineapple. It's pink and has daisies on it. It has a wristlet strap, and all those things are lovely. So I figured at 25% off, you're looking at $4 something, and then it's probably worth $20 at least. And it's actually worth, I believe, $30. So that's good all day long. I think it was $33. So brand new with tags. So that was good. So I'll take it, and I'm happy with that. So that is everything that I have found of late out and about thrifting. Tomorrow I go to a church sale and I'll see what I find there. And I do have a list of a whole bunch of flannel shirt brands to hunt for. So be prepared. You're probably going to see some flannel shirts because it is flannel shirt season, and some of them have really good fast sell-through rates. And finding things that move quickly is kind of one of my goals right now, because that wasn't necessarily a goal before. And plush doesn't move fast, and other things don't move fast. So, it's always nice to have some things that are going to move for you quickly, so you're not, always waiting for the sales to go through. And so that, like that baby thing and some of those, the 7 diamonds thing that I found earlier, I don't know if that's in another video or not, but those kinds of things move fast, like 100% sell-through rate. So, or more. Some of them are more than 100%, so they're going to sell pretty instantly. So, I'm always good when I list something. Things sell sometimes very quickly, and I'm shocked. Like I listed something the other day, and it sold in hours, and I would have never thought it would sell that fast. When you watch my what sold videos, I'll talk about that a little bit more, so you can check that out. But I thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, I do. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you saw, what you liked, what you know more about. If you know what that polar bear is and who he is, let me know. Also, subscribe to the channel, then you'll know everything that I've put up in the past, and you'll be able to find it easily, and you'll see everything as it comes up in the future. And if you hit the notification button, it will tell you when I am posting. Generally, I post these videos on Wednesdays. However, other stuff that I'm doing as I'm doing it, like brand videos or, basic thrift vlogging kind of things, when you see those kinds of things going up, they can go up whenever I find time to put them up. So if you have the notification, you'll say, oh, Debbie put something up, wonder what this is, because it's not Wednesday. Although the bad apple, I think, went up on Wednesday, but generally they don't go up on Wednesday. So just the haul videos do. So check them out. I thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.